Hey guys, I am gonna do a get ready with me. I already did my skincare this morning, just wanted to do a quick bit of makeup. I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Best Skin Ever. I like it because it's just very lightweight and you can really build with it. I just like to take it onto my finger, just doing little dots everywhere. I don't know, I find this, for me, gets really good coverage everywhere that I need. Right now, I'm breaking out from my period, and that is still a journey because me in my last video, I described how I got off of hormonal birth control. And just trying to get my period back on sync has been very interesting, to say the least. I thought I was starting to get into a routine so I could track it a little bit better. You know, I'm pretty good at knowing my symptoms and stuff when I'm about to start. But woke up this morning a couple, at least 5 days early than what I thought it was gonna start. So that's a lovely surprise. But other than that, it's been getting better. Of course, still hitting that adult acne hard. That's still trying to get used to. But we will with the punches. It's fine. But I'm just going to blend this down into my neck. You never want to forget that. I'm just doing some light shopping for my new house, just getting some options. I'm gonna go to some of the malls in San Antonio, just kind of see, but I have a trip planned towards the end of April to go to these outlet malls. If you've ever been to San Marcos, they have great options, and there's a couple furniture stores there that I am really interested to look at for some pieces for my home. And hey, if I could get a deal, that is the best thing I'm gonna do versus trying to pay full price for something. So today is just kind of little sightseeing, just see what sparks my interest. And then also sometimes maybe look for a bathing suit. Gonna be going to the beach here in the next couple weeks with my dog Ollie Mae. Very excited for. We I don't know why I'm doing this one. Yep. The next thing I'm going into, you guys, is by L'Oreal. Is their Shadow Stick. This is so good if you just want something quick on the go to give you a little pop of color. This shade is 245 Alluring Rose. So I just take this, I just take it lightly on the eye, just a little bit of an amount, just up into my crease line. And then I just dab it in with my finger. I find I can get really detailed with just using my finger and just warm it up onto my skin that way. And then do it on this side. And I have such small eyes to begin with. And I'm not too big on having a lot of makeup on me. It just, I feel heavy. And I just always want to keep it light. I'm a type of person who touches my eyes way too much throughout the day. I have such bad allergies. And, you know, I just want not to have to worry about all this makeup spreading. And then I'm going in with the MAC Color Excess. It's a medium brown. I know that for sure. And it's really nice. It's a gel pencil, so you can really adjust it however you want. I'm so tired of the ones where you have to sharpen. I felt like I was having to sharpen like every single day, and I felt like I was just wasting product. Where this, I am feeling like I'm really utilizing this product every day. So I like to take it underneath my waterline. And then I like to take that underneath my waterline, but sometimes I like to go over top. And then I'm gonna go into my eyebrows. This is the new one from Anastasia, the Micro Stroke Brow Pen, medium brown. This has been a game changer. I've always loved Anastasia products for brows, and I've tried, I think, almost all of them, but this by far, because I got a little too heavy-handed in plucking my brows in my early 20s, and I'm still regretting it to this day because it has not grown back. It grows everywhere, but in the spaces that I want. So I'm still very light right here. So drawing just a little bit. And then I got a little bit thicker hair right here. So it's very small that I need just to touch up. It's the ends, the end parts right here, the little tail. That is where my hair does not want to grow properly. So I just try to just gently go through it. I'm just gonna speed this up so you don't have to watch me do it. So, okay, now with brows done, I'm gonna go, I got this free Anastasia mascara. And you can see it's well loved. The name is about to rub off, but it is the Lash Sculpt, and it's actually really good. It's got great bristles. Like I said, I got really small eyes. I have long bottom lashes, but my top, they give a run for my money. So now my eyelashes are done. I'm gonna go in there with the Creaseless Concealer by Tarte. I just do a little dot around my eyes just to help kind of brighten a little bit around my mouth. If there is any of my bumps, try to conceal that as much as possible. But honestly, you know, I'm the type that it is what it is. I just tried to conceal it as much as I can. I go back with my beauty blender. I'm just lightly tapping in the product. Again, you never want to be too heavy, especially around your eyes, no pulling, so it just gentle taps. And trust me, I do clean this every day when I use that. So I know a lot of people are always, you know, impartial to the beauty blender. I've never had any issues with it. Actually, it really does good blending into my face. Brushes, always find it not to do that as well, but if you have a great makeup brush that you love, that does good, that doesn't, you know, have the bristles, you know, start to wear on you and start to get stuck to your face or suck up the product, you know, as much. Let me know in the comments. I would absolutely love recommendations. So just lightly just tapping that in. And then from there, I always like to just, in the middle of it, just go through with a nice hydrating setting mist. Kind of spray that in between, and I find it helps my makeup stay longer. It just keeps the hydration kind of going. So after concealer, I will go in with my bronzer. This is Beach Bronze by Urban Decay. I am now needing something brand new. I'm almost out of this, but I will take a nice like little angled brush. I'm ready to dabble into some cream bronzers. If you have any recommendations, because like, you know, I'm the type of person where I could go really cheap when it comes to products or find something that's like medium priced and be just as happy. I just want it to work. I like to blend this down on my neck. It just kind of helps. And I just like to bring that up and then just around hairline and up. But it's a medium brown, I know that for sure. And then I like to take that underneath my waterline, but sometimes I like to go over top. Just like that little subtle glow. And then this is such an old blush that I have. I think this was from literally when I went shopping at HEB. It's Classic Color 540 Rose. If I ever do find it, I'll let you know. But I just like to dabble that up. Just like a little pop of color. Like I said, by the end of the day, it's like, I don't like too heavy a makeup, just a little something. But then I'll go in with my translucent powder, just kind of set it just underneath my eyes and right here. So I'll be back. Now, after setting with my powder, again, I'll go back in with my spray. Just kind of fan that out. And then I like to go in with the Tarte Stay Spray. I just like to do that right over top. Perfect. This one is really nice and it has a nice smell to it. So great option if you're looking for something that kind of helps hold everything. Now that I'm done with my makeup, I'm gonna head on to my hair. So this is an update on my hair. I'm liking it so much more every day, especially since I get to wash it and stuff, and that lighter color has just been really brightening up my face because I have like a warm undertone skin. So when I wear something a little bit lighter, I find it brings out my eyes and my skin just a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with just the Bondi Boost, kind of like a crimper. I like loose waves in my hair. I find it really can complement me because, like I said, my hair does not really hold a curl to save my life. So doing little crimps like this is just nice to give me something, and I have naturally really straight hair. So it gives me some type of body to it, but I have to touch this up usually the next day for sure if I wanted to wear it multiple days. Unfortunately, a lot of hairspray, but I don't like a lot of hairspray because it just makes it dry and crunchy. And so if you have one at your store that you like to shop to, let me know, because I would love a good hairspray. Right now I have L'Oreal Paris Elnet. I think I'm butchering that name. So, just kind of hold, but I'm excited to go shopping with my mom and my dog, Ollie Mae, because she can go. Just hitting multiple stores, kind of just poke around. I love going through Anthropologie at this time of year. I love spring decor the most, other than just like fall and like Christmas time, but spring is my favorite to like really decorate. I'm into like the lighter kind of pastel kind of colors. My home is very beachy, kind of cottagey feel. Kind of fits the theme. Some of you guys had questions that I had put up the other day. So I have been a Pilates instructor for almost 6 years. I absolutely love my job. I do reformer Pilates. I do stuff with mat Pilates. We do things with our springboards. If you never heard of springboards, I'm always encouraged to look it up. It's actually such a great apparatus to use for certain exercises, especially if you're just getting in and you're working through mobility issues, or if you had things in the past that you had previous injuries. The springboard is very supportive, like the Pilates reformer. And when we can dabble in those two apparatuses, it's a big game changer. I am 30, just got into my 30s. You know, I'm not very concerned about it. I was more kind of upset, I guess, when I was 20 versus hitting 30. I guess knowing once I hit 27, it was like a countdown to my 30s. I was more nervous then, but then I felt so much peace when I turned 30, because I was like, you know, am I at the place I want to be at this age and different things like that. And I needed to stop thinking in that way, because everybody is so different in their lives and where they're at. Some people have just beautiful families. You know, they got the house, they have kids, maybe they're traveling a lot, you know, different things like that, where I had to remind myself that I am in the place that I do want to be in. I'm very happy with my life. I have a beautiful dog. She is my soul dog. She's my best friend. She does everything with me, and she brings out the light, not just in me and my family, but anytime I bring her anywhere, there's so many people that come up to her, and she loves it. She is seeking the attention. It makes her day. So I love bringing her, and it just brings out the best in people. And we have such amazing conversations, maybe from their previous pets or just in general, everything in life, and you get to really know people. When I didn't have her, you know, you just pass people, may say hi here and there, but dogs can really bring out the best in people, and just I love it, and she loves it. So and then I just got my house back in this previous December 2025. I saved up for my house. I lived with my parents for several years, and that was hard. I love my parents, they're my best friends, but it was hard. But I was so grateful after everything with the apartment complexes going up on their prices. I just did not want to waste my money. I've always wanted a house, especially since having my dog, having a yard was something that was very important to me. And there was not a lot of apartment complexes that had like a yard, and they were just way too expensive. Especially what you were getting them for. So I really put in the effort of buckling down, saving money, paid my bills, whatever I needed for me, my dog, stuff to my parents as well. But I saved up, and that was giving me the good down payment. And then also they were running such great deals for a new build, better than if you were buying previous owned, which I looked at for years because I just wanted to see, and no, it was just not in the budget where new home build was. So I was able to do that through KB, and honestly, KB has really changed up the game since I knew them when I was younger, and some of my friends have lived in some of their KB homes, and I was kind of nervous going into it, but they were absolutely incredible. Really walked through the step by step. My parents were along for the journey because I'm by myself. I was just very nervous about that situation, and they just made it really comfortable. You got to choose your own designs, which I loved. Of course, there's upgrades that you could do or not do, and there was a lot of things I didn't do, but there was a few things I didn't want to compromise because just in case one day I need to sell this home, I was thinking about what buyers may want as well. And also it's a plus for me. So I kept that in mind. I got to watch the building process, and it was incredible just kind of see what it was like and how they built homes and different things like that. And so when closing day happened, they made it very seamless, and it's been pretty good past that. It's still been a learning curve being in my first home and kind of getting used to that. But real quickly, I'm gonna go in with my Replica Sailing Day perfume. Oh my gosh, one of my members that I teach, she walked in with this one day, and it's the most incredible smell. And so many people are like, what are you wearing? And so I was like, I have to have it. And you can get Replica, all that good stuff, in store, Sephora, all that good stuff. But I got this from Amazon, and sometimes you can be like, oh, is it the real thing? It is. I usually get the bigger bottles, but for some reason I accidentally got the smaller one. I thought I picked the bigger one, and sometimes on Amazon they have really good deals, and I got this like for half the price. So I highly recommend Replica Sailing Day, and I also love the name Sailing Day. It kind of goes with the theme of my house. It's kind of funny. But this is the hair, nice little beachy waves. I ended up having where I got this new belt buckle, the Cinchen. If you ever heard of the Bella belts, these things are incredible to where you can fit the size to your own waist, and it has this little mechanism to where it tightens and you can undo it, and you know, it's supposed to function with you and throughout your day, especially women and their hormones and stuff. Like right now I'm on my period, so I'm so much more bloated, so I'm able to adjust this out however I feel, and then you know, whenever I want it tightened I can, and so you're not having to worry about, you know, those little holes in the belt buckles. This is just cinching in, so it always looks classic. And I got this in the 3-pack where you get the white, and you can choose whatever design you want, but you get 3 belts and 2 buckle heads. And I just got this in. I cut this morning to fit with this outfit because these pants are just a little bit big on me. But oh my goodness, it is absolutely gorgeous. And if you are ever interested in trying to find a belt that works for you, Bella belt, I highly recommend. But yeah, but this is just the outfit. Nice kind of white bodysuit. My pants from J. Crew got a little bit of white and blue kind of stripe design, and with that Bella belt, and I'm gonna pair it with my white Allbirds tinnies. But that's really it. But thank you guys for doing this. Get ready with me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.